What's up, everyone? Welcome to another edition of the Double Thought Show.
Yes, guys, in today's show, the theme of today's show will be: are you a liability or an asset? Or maybe you're just an asshole. Who knows? Who knows? But we're going to discuss this from a business perspective. As we always say here at Double Thought Show,
Let's face it, if they took care of business, I'd be out of business. You know what I mean?
yes, yes. In today's show, we're going to talk about Fresh and Fit being demonetized by YouTube. Crazy, right? Crazy how things can go. LA crime running rampant. And of course, we're going to close the show out with the latest business move by Keke Palmer. How's that been going? How's that been going for her? I don't know. Let's talk about it.
Yes, let's talk about it, guys. We have a very good one for you today. So sit back, relax, and enjoy today's show. Let's go.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yes. Hey, thanks for everyone that's checking out this show for the very first time. If this is your first time, welcome to the Double Thought Show, and thanks for tuning in. Remember to like, share the video, comment. We want to know what your thoughts are on the topics that we discuss here in the show. But most importantly, if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to the channel. Some of you might think that you're subscribed. Just check. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe, because this helps us grow the channel and, of course, improve the quality of the shows. Before we proceed, the usual disclaimer, guys, we are not your gurus. We're not here to provide advice. We're just here to provide entertainment. So if you're looking for a guru or someone to set you up, you need to go to a different channel. This is where we just discuss the various topics, and we try to understand them, try to discuss them as objective as possible. So if you want to know exactly what the disclaimer is, you can check it out in the description box below. With that being said, let's get into today's show. KR.
Yes. Thank you for the housekeeping, RJ. Guys, the fake gurus and the scammers have been biting the dust this summer. I'll just say that. Been going, it's a bad summer for these guys. Anyway, let's start the show.
Bora! Hora do show! Bora!
Yes. And we have an exclusive today, RJ.
An exclusive?
I didn't discuss this with you on purpose. I didn't want to discuss this with you. We're going to start off with this one.
Okay.
We're going to start off with this one.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Yes, we got him. Guess who is?
Oh!
Spotlight in his hand. RJ, can you describe for the listeners of the podcast, what are you seeing right here?
I am seeing a man, a Caucasian male with a... Well, let me just say who this person looks like, because I can't believe it's that person. So I'll just say it's a Caucasian male holding a Bud Light can, and the Caucasian male looks a lot like the very same kid. Oh, I have a different view now. It's I'm even more convinced that this person is a doppelganger of
at minimum
the very same person who threw gasoline on the flame that was the backlash on the Bud Light the recent Bud Light partnership that caused the company to plummet, which is the very own, or at least the very own Kid Rock.
Yes,
We've been
yes,
talking about it, KR, in various shows, and
yes,
about Kid Rock allegedly selling the can in his store,
yes.
or in his bar, that he was
Yes,
still
boss.
selling
The
Bud
honky
Light
tonk.
despite the fact that there was a video of him shooting down Bud Light cans. And
Yes,
we were here speculating that maybe it's the bar, that maybe he's contractually, that the bar is contractually obliged to. I mean, Kid Rock didn't respond. We were like, okay, what could have happened? Maybe it was an old menu that people took a picture of, or old pictures. But now it seems as though, and of course, KR, this is 2023. It might be AI generated, but if it is, it's a it
hey, one
seems
plus one equals two, man. I know. Chances are it's not, guys. We have a whole playlist about this Bud Light Summer of Redemption, and it seems like they are striking back. They are really strike. They got the general of the they got the general to leave the soldiers in the field to be got. It's here. It's here, RJ. RJ, we've been talking about this for months.
yeah,
And,
yeah,
and
yeah,
we've talked about this specific topic, like you said, like a month ago,
yes,
where
yes.
we asked, is he? I think that let me see the exact clip. Let me take a look real quick. The exact clip. We have a clip where we ask, did Kid Rock lie to everyone? We have a clip, and maybe Kid Rock is like, you know what, man? It was fun while it lasted.
It was fun while it lasted.
I cannot stop touching that Bud Light can.
Or
Or
there
or
was a a court case pending, or at least a threat of a court case, and he was like, "No, let's settle this. I'll just
I'm good. I'm good. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. They have actually there's an article about this. Let me real quick with our sources, because here at the Double Touch Show we always have the receipts. It is from Daily Mail. Kid Rock drinks Bud Light at Nashville concert for 4 months after leading Anheuser-Busch boycott over the campaign. It is quite shocking. When I saw this, I was like, oh, very unexpected. And it was during after we already agreed on the topics we're gonna discuss today. So I was like, let me add this, because this is something we cannot leave out. As we always say here, we've been covering the whole Summer of Redemption by Bud Light, and it seems like they are back. It's like Patriots 25-3. They are coming back. They got the general.
no, it's crazy. But yeah, and goes to show as well, Karen, because that's what we always also talked about in the previous show. At the end of the day, guys, it's I mean, you're responsible for yourself, and don't usually people, they choose heroes and they start following other people, and they have like heroes, and they say, yeah, that's good, and I'm for someone, and or I'm against someone. But everyone, I mean, you're supposed to be original, and if it's you're supposed to see in every person things that you agree with and things that you don't agree
Mhm.
with. The whole binary thing about, yeah, Kid Rock is right, I'm gonna follow Kid Rock. Then it's like the sheep mentality. And what happens when the shepherd decides to go back to the left? Pun intended. Then,
I've seen him do it.
then, then,
Oh my.
yeah, then you're going to the left. And I mean, at the end of the day, just we don't use the word woke here because that's a whole nother topic. But just keep your eyes open, guys. Just keep your eyes open and stay original. Think for yourself, because hey, Kid Rock is doing him. I mean, and probably is gonna catch some backlash. But yeah, if yeah,
Oh, they call the boycott him now.
they're gonna boycott him. Yeah, they might boycott him. Although I don't know what they'll boycott of him, uh, but yeah. So just think for yourself, guys. But at least KR, it seems as though all our speculation during the last couple of weeks have gradually received, or at least we've. It seems as though we have closure, KR. We have closure.
It seems like it. Yes, yes. It seems like we're all are also right. But okay, we're not gonna pat myself. We're not gonna pat ourselves on the back yet. We're not gonna pat ourselves on the back.
Yeah.
We have a couple of predictions running. You can put your money in on. No, I'm just kidding. Let's continue, guys. Fresh and Fit. Fresh and Fit announced last Friday that they have been demonetized by YouTube. I'm gonna share the clip. We're not gonna watch the clip because I'm not willing to risk a strike by them. They've been
Hey, KR, we don't want the platform to mistake to mistake when we play this. They mistake our channel for their channel because that will. I mean, we won't even get demonetized. We're not even monetized to get demonetized yet. So.
They'll chop off the hand before we ever grew the hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they announced this via their website. Guys, if you wanna watch what they said, basically go to the website and it's called "Why This Might Be the End of Fresh and Fit."
The channel
meeting. What did I say?
The channel. You said the website. You meant the channel.
Oh yeah. The channel. Yes. Go to the channel and you can find it real easy. And basically, in that 20 minutes, they describe the history, how it all started, the trials and tribulations they had, the backlash. They mentioned seems like a reoccurring theme for other channels. The Matrix. They
shouldn't have used that word.
What Matrix has to do with the stuff they've been doing, but okay. Yeah, so I think so. RJ,
yeah.
Before I continue, do you have anything to say about the? Because you've watched the clip, I've also watched the clip.
Yeah, I've watched the clip. You sent it to me, and guys, remember to comment, like, share the video as well. But
our video, yeah,
our video, guys. But yeah, so we talked about it in the. Well, we didn't talk about this. We talked about it offline because you showed me the clip, I believe, right before the recording of this show, and yeah, it is not shocking. Let me put it like that. If I tell you that I was shocked, I would be lying. Yeah. I watched because I like, checking out, especially since we're in we're content creators ourselves. So I like checking out different channels. I think you do as well, just to see how people are doing things, to learn and things like that, and say what you want about the channel, but they knew how to get super chats every time. I believe every time that I saw the records on, I think it's playboard.co, I believe, right, where you can see I mean, there are various websites where you can see rankings, and as it pertains to super chats, Fresh and Fit was always at the top. So they knew how to get super chats, but they were always a controversial channel And the things that I've seen them do, the last couple of not shows, but the highlights, because I haven't watched like full shows in a long time.
Yeah.
But the shorts that I saw were like they were a bit shocking. Let me put it this way, and with guests that are known
To bring problems.
to bring to to cause channels to go down. I mean,
Well, they don't even have a channel these days.
exactly. Yeah,
That's the
well,
crazy part.
but still they get invited on channels, and but I think we can proceed with that. So those are my initial thoughts. I think we can proceed with discussing this topic a bit more in depth.
Yeah. So basically, they've been doing a lot of crazy stuff these last few months, man. Like you said, the shorts and the short parts you've seen. I mean, they've been wearing white hoods. Let's call them KRs. Cannot use the word. I don't know what. I don't want to get pulled into this quagmire with them. But the first letter of KR 3 times. They've been doing a lot of, I would say, to be honest, weirdo stuff, man. I'll be honest. I mean, you like you said, you watch these guys to maybe learn, get some insights on how to run a YouTube channel, a YouTube show. But they were doing some weird stuff. Also off platform, going on Sneako's stream, doing the whole I don't know, calling out the Abba and Preach. I mean, it was crazy, man.
Yeah, it was crazy, and it's and that's something, and I think we need to watch out for that as well, because it seemed as though they were going more and more for the shock factor, and they were when they started gaining popularity. They were, so controversial and those type of things. But at some point, the message gets old, and it seems like, when you look at different content creators, successful content creators, it seems as though they're always pivoting. But it seems when I analyze their channel, it seems as though they were pivoting. Their strategy for pivoting was
Kamikaze. They were heading for the boat.
Yeah, it seems as though they were really anteing everything up and only increasing the shock factor even more. But I think this is a lesson that we can learn, but I think content creators in general, but also maybe you can probably apply this to different business models as well. There comes a point, right? There comes a point where where you need to shift in a way that will still that will I mean, if you that is compliant with the laws and the rules in which, or at least that apply to you. And in their case, you know how YouTube is with regards to the rules. They're very strict. They want, positive content. They are very stringent as it relates to certain topics, especially those that were discussed on that channel. And if you, despite everything, keep anteing everything up, the platform might say, okay, you generate a lot of engagement, views, likes, a lot of super chats, but there comes a point where we cannot continue to allow this to happen. And yeah, that's why I said at the beginning, if I told you that I was shocked when I heard the news, the answer is no.
Yes, but the thing is this, and I think you can apply this lesson to any type of business. In a sense that running a YouTube channel is not different than running a business by itself. You have your partners, you have your audience, which is your customer, and you have production. You create content, and if you look at this from the aspect of you having partners, and this is why I think this topic also applies to this theme, is that when you're having a partner, which YouTube is your partner in this case, they are paying you. You can also say YouTube, you're an employee of YouTube, how you want to look at it, but you're a partner. They are paying you through ads, etc., and super chats, which they get a piece of. But you gotta ask yourself at a certain point, and I think it's Lombardi, which is also a commentator, great guy about football. He says, "Be who you can afford to be.
Mm.
Be who you can afford to be. You're not the CEO of YouTube. You're a partner. You become at a certain point. You keep anteing up. You will become a liability instead of an asset." They have been basically increasingly going looking for that, for the edge, trying to be different. I mean, at a certain point, you go too often over that border line of being decent to being too much. And at a certain point, you guys, if I look at it from a business perspective, if I have a partner in business and he's even a business partner, which in a sense could be someone who you're creating content with, or someone who, for example, is producing your t-shirts or whatever. If they are doing things that can hurt your business, you got to ask yourself, dude, what the heck is this? Do I need to continue going forward with him? And also, I mean, at a certain point, these guys are sometimes you don't want all that. It's not
Smoke.
worth, huh?
All that smoke.
Yeah, it's not worth the smoke.
Yeah.
I mean, people are writing articles about them being on YouTube, and your name is being mentioned with this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And at a certain point, you need to cut ties, and I think that's the reason here. It's not the Matrix, guys. It's just doing business.
Yeah.
What are we talking about?
But yeah, so what's also interesting to see is, because you talked about partnership, and that's also something that's very interesting, is that they are talking about possibly moving to another, well, they are on different platforms already, and they are in the video they talk about moving to other platforms, but in those platforms, as I understand, those are not free platforms, because they said that they try to keep everything free as long as possible, but that they cannot do this. They cannot do it anymore, and for that reason, they need to because they are now demonetized, so they're not YouTube partners anymore. They do not get any of the benefits, the financial benefits that come with content creation as a YouTube partner. Then they are considering moving the show to different platforms where they can generate income, and that's also logical, KaiR, because this is a business as well for them.
Yeah.
When you look at the production, again, say whatever you want about the content, but we need to stop talking about in binary terms. Put the content aside. The production is
top notch.
Good. It's good. You can see as well that there have been other channels that are basically taking the same platform, the same concept, and applying it with a twist. So and that's simply because it works.
What is the twist?
But when but
continue. I can answer my own question, but continue. I'll answer the question myself.
but when but um yeah, so I lost my train of thought. So I was talking about so they apply with a twist. So oh yeah, their production is top notch, but a top notch production means money as well. And
Oh,
yeah, and they're like, okay, I cannot keep, and it's logical as well. If we cannot make, so they're what they're saying is, if we cannot make money on this platform, which is free to subscribe to, but you have the option to support if you want to. Then we are forced to move the show to
To focus
another
more.
platform,
Yeah.
or at least focus more on another platform, because they were already on that platform, where you need to pay in order to get access.
Yeah.
And it's logical because if they do not, they have a big team. They pay for, in the video, they talk about the fact that they would need to exit their current studio as well, because the building in which they're shooting does not want them to shoot there anymore. Understandable as well, because there's been a couple of incidents
Yeah.
in that building with people uh, threatening them with the
With a toolie.
yeah, yeah. So it's like and fighting in the
Ratchet stuff.
building, and ratchet things. Yeah. So it's like, I can understand as well that the building is like, hey, we cannot be partners
Hey,
anymore.
but
You're a tenant. I need your money, but you're causing me more problems. I need to put perhaps extra security, and I cannot afford that. So it seems as though this was bound to happen sooner or later.
they are devaluing the property value. Imagine I live in a house, an apartment, and these guys are doing the ratchet stuff. Academics is let's put it, swapping out flies in front of the building.
Swapping swapping flies on people's faces.
This is crazy. The crazy enough. I mean, the former employee who tried to break in. I can't remember his name, right? The Rasta guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Rasta. I mean, Myron having to brandish his firearm to keep people away. I mean, there's a lot of stuff happening there, and imagine you being the neighbor of this quagmire. I mean,
well, if you wanna know exactly what KaiR is talking about, let's go back. Let's go. If you don't know, for those of you who are younger, go check out the video clip of Diddy's song "Bad Boy." That clip tells everything. You can have a peaceful place, and someone comes with hammers and partying, and I mean, it devalues
the whole neighborhood, man.
and puts people in danger. And the last thing you want as well, KaiR, is that is a incident to happen in your building.
Yep.
Like a real incident that can really put a stain on the reputation of your building. So it was a long time coming.
Yeah.
But it seems as though the channel does have loyal fans, more loyal, I believe, than
these hosts or your hosts. So
copycats. Than the copycats.
Oh, copycats. By the way, guys, before you continue, RJ, let me answer my own question I asked you earlier. What is the twist? The twist is there is a bunch of doo-doo on their face because it's bad content. Okay,
Yeah.
anyway, continue.
Yeah, yeah, it's bad because yeah, and that's what happens when you copy, right? It's like
Yeah.
literally like they just copy and paste, same setup, same camera angles, it's same everything, same questions.
Guys are standing
Uh,
there asking. I mean, you can clearly see they are playing a character. It's not from their heart.
yeah, yeah, yeah. They're rappers. So what I think,
Oh, where can I find the? Yes.
yeah, no, but all jokes aside, yeah. So yeah, but it was a long time coming. I do think that it's curious to see how they will pivot, because the ambition is very high. You can see that in their drive as well. And they have ambition and they have customers. So now they need to see if they can botlight their way out of the problem and look for a champion. And if for example YouTube can put them back on a partnership program, that would be the best, I think.
For
But
them, yeah.
for them it would be the best for sure. But
No,
as
it's
we've
just
seen in the past, when you look at the of other content creators that have been banned from the platform, usually there's no coming back.
so the question that is left is FNF a liability or an asset for YouTube? RJ.
YouTube definitely see them as a liability. Definitely as a liability. So which is why they decided to end the partnership as well.
Are they a liability or asset for their customers?
Well, well, I can answer it two ways. I think both. I
Okay.
think that they are an asset for certain they're an asset to a certain extent because they give information that you do not find anywhere else. So in that sense, they do provide uh, the information that if you just grow up and look at Disney fairy tales and stuff, you just get and just stories in general, Netflix stories, all these channels. I mean, people think that that's reality. So last time KR, I was checking out a podcast and a woman. I've checked out this podcast like a couple of times. It's
Mhm.
not our content, but I like I said, just to see what they talk about. And twice in two different shows, the and they were talking about what the ideal man is, in a relationship. And
Mm.
twice, KR, they said they were talking like about this man, and then they said, you know what? Did you see this? Did you see this or so and so movie or series? Well, that man and that movie, that's the ideal. That's what a real man
Mm.
is. And I'm like, so
They want
you're
scripted.
so
Scripted guys.
you want people that play a role. You want liars. So
You want
so
actors. And then
yeah.
you want to
So
cry when they're not who they say they are.
uh,
Oh, okay,
so
okay. That's the
so
move.
so that's on the one end. So that's on the one end. That's what you get. So in that sense, the content of FNF is completely different. So in that sense, it is an asset because you get the opportunity to your mind gets the opportunity to realize that there are other concepts out there, right?
Mm.
But the
Yeah.
liability lies with the person that consumes the content themselves. If the person doesn't think, if the person doesn't think for himself or herself and just assumes that everything that is being spoken is the truth,
Oh,
like that's
boy.
the whole truth and nothing but the truth, then that person will create like will and that person doesn't consume or at least challenges the thoughts and opinions, then that person also runs the risk of um the how do you call it when you look at things? I mentioned the word. It's either this or
Binary.
that.
Binary.
Binary. Yeah, that's also the binary of thinking this is true and that is not,
Mhm.
because their way of bringing it is very one-sided as well.
Black and
So
white.
it's always very black and white, and yeah, that's also, I mean, that person, that in that sense it will be a liability, but that's for everyone. So the consumer themselves, to
To be
I believe it's a consumer's responsibility. That's what we always say here on this channel. It's your responsibility at the end of the day to do what's right for you. So it's your responsibility to think. No one can think for you. But in that sense, they can be a liability for they are like they can be both assets and liabilities for their
consumers, viewers,
consumers. Yeah.
watchers. Hey man, I couldn't have put it better. With that being said, I think we can close this topic so we can go to the next one. Yes, yes, yes. LA, guys. LA has been going crazy. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but on YouTube, if you just Google or if you YouTube, not Google, you YouTube California theft. Let me take a look real quick. What do you see?
And it, dun, 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 dun.
Let me see. What do you see? Crime is running rampant. You see jewelry theft. You see flash mob, people running into places, stealing stuff, walking out like it's nothing. It's going crazy out there, guys. It's going crazy out there.
Yes, yes.
I mean, we've seen that. I mean, it's almost impossible to have not have seen the Nordstrom robbery, the Gucci store with 30 people running, 30 or 40 people running out. It's going crazy. It's going crazy, and to the point that even, I mean, RJ,
Yeah.
the biggest goon turned businessman, chimed in like a month ago. Can you guess who it is?
The biggest goon, the Kashi 6.
No, I'm talking goon, not rat.
No, I don't know.
50 cent,
Oh, 50, 50.
50, 50.
Yo, KR is out. Yeah, but it seems as though um seems as though oh yeah, KR is back. Let's see what happened.
I don't know what went wrong there. I think they're trying to. The Matrix is trying to stop me. Let me share my screen, guys. The
Before
Matrix.
before we even publish, before we even
The Matrix is trying to stop me. That's how you do accountability, right? So 50 Cent warns LA is finished after city reinstates no bail policy. That was in July. Right after the 14th of August, 50 cents 50 Cent says, told you LA was finished after viral flash mob smash and grab at Nordstrom. And the crazy thing is, RJ, you would think that he says that, and people don't this people who are working in this field might disagree or might be saying, well, maybe you're right, let's see how it works out. But even the prosecutors in LA agree with this guy. Los Angeles prosecutors agree with 50 Cent that eliminating bail is a disaster for the city. They remove the bail. It's a zero bail policy. So you can smash and grab, they catch you, and they release you. Like you're going fishing,
sport fishing.
Sport fishing. Grab, throw it back in the water. Go find
No, there's one. No, they catch you, they take a picture with you, then they release you.
The mug shot. Yeah, you're right. That's a good one. That's a good one. Yeah, so hey.
But KR, can we say that we're shocked though? I mean, we've talked about this when the news broke out. And it's like just think logically, but people are emotional, and it was all in the whole in the defund the police campaign. No, we should defund the police because the police is bad, they're abusive and things of that nature. And of course, there are a lot of examples of them doing certain cops doing bad jobs. But what you're basically by putting the or at least putting into effect the rules that they have put in California, and to a certain extent New York as well, although California is literally the wild wild west.
They're a bit ahead of the curve right now.
Yeah.
The curve
So they can be proud. They're and I mean, this is what happens. You create a state of anarchy, and some people believe, because some people believe that people are, again, the binary thought, KR, as we always as we talk about, which we talk about consistently on this show. It's either good or bad. So police or no police, rules or no rules. When you create anarchy, people like to think, okay, people are good by nature or people are bad by nature, but that's not the truth. People are both. We have the possibility to do good and to do bad. And a lot of things are the consequences of our environment. And it's no secret that in California, with the prices, of course, you have people who are hungry.
Ribs are touching.
And what do hungry people do? They try to feed themselves. We also know that California is a state that likes to showcase its plate. And as a great content creator, Star, likes to say, never show your plate. Let's
to a ninja that's hungry.
That's hungry.
A lot of ninjas out there, man. A lot of ninjas out there. And they are throwing stars, darts, and everything. They are trying to get the food. And the food is in the stores. And I mean, it's going so bad, guys. It's RJ. You won't imagine. Can you imagine this? Because I think you haven't seen this one. But I'm gonna show you something. Imagine the people who put these things into place.
These things?
So these rules,
these policies, okay, yeah.
Policies, to the point even they are, I won't say scared, but they say the following. You tell me, what is it? Is it scared or is this scared straight? Rep. Kylie says San Francisco crime is so out of control that employees are instructed to not drive to work. Not only that,
it's a demic pen.
Not only that. Here's another one. Employees inside Nancy Pelosi federal building in San Francisco told to work from home as crime skyrockets. I mean, even the people who are responsible for these policies are now avoiding the inner city.
Yeah.
Because of a lot of homeless people walking around. Let's say that's also happening in New York. So maybe they are copy. That sometimes you don't want to copycat certain things.
It's a close runner-up. Yeah.
A lot of homeless people are cannot say they are doing DRUGS in front of buildings like it's nothing. I mean, it's going bad. And because of all these smash and grabs and all these um
Petty
things
theft.
happening, petty theft, all the things happening, it's hurting businesses.
Yeah.
And
And
guess
that
what happens?
they leave.
San Francisco is dying. Before and after video shows the mass exodus of huge brands like Crate and Barrel, CVS, and Office Depot from the crime-ridden city caught in a doom loop. Businesses are leaving.
Yeah.
RJ.
Yeah. I think they should ante up and organize a purge because I believe that's the only thing that might save San Francisco other than Jesus. Because hey, they and it's all KR. That's how you see that politics is it's a it's a monster. It's a monster that eats itself up. Because this was all done in the name of politics. Like no,
Are you avoiding a word? Okay.
nope.
Politics. Let's
No.
keep it politics.
That's all in the state. Yeah, it's just politics. We are here. We are woke. We do things differently here. The entrepreneurs and the people who create jobs and businesses, they're evil, and the system is out to get us. And again, the old binary thought, KR, it's good or
Crazy.
bad, evil or no. It's the top. The issues are more complex, and then once every 100 years, a fool is born and placed as the leader of the state.
Once
And the
every
fool,
100. Oh, continue. Sorry, continue.
well, for the purpose
Continue.
of my
Continue.
dialogue. So because you could all because you chose to react on the every 100 year, but you could have also reacted on the one because it's not just one every 100 year. But okay.
What about every day?
And fools will support him as well because the person can lead a state by himself. And this is what happens. And you know what the mess up thing is, KR? The real messed up thing is that despite, so there will, people will see the consequences of the policies. They will feel them, especially those living in those states. They will feel them, feel the consequences of the policies. They will look at the news. They won't think for them. They won't think for themselves. They'll look at the news for answers. And the news will say, men cause the problem.
Or the other party.
The news will say the news will say the other party caused the problem. The news will say it's the orange tornado that caused the problem. and
Yeah.
Come on, man.
people won't say that he caused the problem.
Hey, by the way, they will
the-
also not say that it's
Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids.
They will not see. So, and at the end of the day, because it's either this or that, it's either this party or that party, it's either man or woman. It's that simple, right? And a majority of people do not think for themselves, though. So they will say, oh, yeah, that's true. We need to put more faith into people like this. It's a sickness.
it's a sickness. Oh my God.
It's a sickness. That's what I said. It's a demic pen. That's for those of you who didn't catch it. I twisted the
If you
words
don't
around.
catch it, leave Leave the clip right now. Don't watch this anymore. We don't want you here. I'm sorry. If you don't get what he's trying to say, right here, leave right now. Leave right now. I don't want you here. No, but all jokes aside, guys.
Subscribe first, though.
Huh?
Subscribe first, though.
Subscribe first. Yeah. Don't forget to press on the like button as well. but now I totally lost what I wanted to say. Anyway, so the crazy thing is, and now I know. The crazy thing is these people won't learn either, RJ. Because look at this thing that will happen. The people who, let's call them, voted this type of policy, and because they voted for certain people with certain ideas, they will think it will go bad. Look at this one. It will go bad. They will move to another state and then turn around and vote for the same stupid people again. They won't change.
No, the people won't change because they can't see the causality.
So it's gonna spread like the thing you said before.
Demic pen. It's a demic pen.
Yeah, I don't want to use even the word. Anyway,
it's a mental. Well, it's a mental. Well, it's a mental.
You might
thing.
be right. It might be a mental thing. RJ, to close this topic off, who is the liability here, and who is the asset, or is there even an asset in this case? Are the voters, or the people who are putting these policies into place? Who is the asset, or is everyone a liability and it's done?
Well, it's I would say in this case the main liable. I see a lot of liabilities. Let me put it like this: the assets are being taken away from the stores. So the balance sheets are gonna look crazy after this summer, man.
Right away.
But I think the real liabilities are the policymakers, first and foremost, because everything, the origin can be found there. But at the end of the day, KR, we're living. If you look at who put them there,
Amen.
It's the people, and they always say people get the leader they deserve, and this is again, it's the people. The main liability lies with the people, because if the people shouted something different, those clowns in politics would have done something different.
Yeah, they give what you ask for, and then they turn around. I don't know if you've seen RJ, but this is off topic. I don't know if you've seen the latest interview by Larry Elder at the Breakfast Club.
No.
They will turn around, guys. If you have time, go watch the first segment. They will turn around and blame the system that they voted for. I'm not gonna say watch the clip. You know who I'm referring to.
Yeah, and they will say, the current president is looking bad out here. But if it was, when they talk about the other president, it's like, oh, he was like the worst thing. It's crazy.
It's crazy. So at the end of the day, let's see how this ends. I mean, maybe we. I'm gonna say what I think about this topic, how to end it, because it will be. I won't be able to move to certain places anymore. Let's put it this. and don't forget, it's not only the zero bill. You're not allowed anymore as a store clerk or employee to stop these people. So to the point, I don't know if do you remember the guy who was being hit with a sugar cane?
Yeah, I remember.
They were investigating whether they want to charge
the owner who was
defending his place,
his store. Yeah, it's crazy.
Dude, come on, man. This is. I mean, he was trying to release some demons on that guy, but
you get what you deserve. Yeah,
it's part of the game.
But as a state as well, you get what you deserve. If that's what you want, and that's what you want, But if you hear people talking, they will still talk about the other party. It's always the other people's fault. It's always, I mean, we need to keep everyone accountable. If you
Accountable.
voted, I mean, what does politics have to do with it if your community is being damaged by the policies? What does it matter who you voted for? So what? No, let me put it this way: why would you stay loyal? You can, I mean, you can remain loyal. You can still vote for that party in the next election cycle, but you need to now. You don't want to talk about the policy.
No,
You
they'll
want to talk
talk
about
about
something
it.
else.
They'll talk about it. They'll say it's the system. It's the
It's the
system is against
system.
us. You voted that system. Anyway,
Because,
let's because we're gonna enter a loop again.
yeah,
Let's
yeah. Okay,
go to this
let's move on.
topic. I think it's clear that all assets are being taken away and all liabilities are being voted in. Anyway, guys, or being voted by. Um, let's go for the break. I mean, guys, before we continue with the show, don't forget to hit on that like button down below. It really helps us get our video out there to more people as we're trying to spread the word.
Yes, yes. The gospel.
Yes, yes, the gospel. We're trying to get more views, more subscribers, and you can help us with that. And also, don't remember, well, do remember, not don't remember, do remember to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and also hit on that subscribe button. We see a lot of viewers that aren't subscribed yet, so we want you guys to join the club, join the Double Thinkers Club by hitting on the subscribe button. RJ, we're trying to reach a goal.
Yes, yes. We're trying to reach a goal. We want to get 25 new subs this week. We're close to the 400 sub mark. And we hope that we can get your support. We need your support to reach it. As KaiR always also said, a lot of you guys are watching and rewatching, but are not subscribed. So if you haven't done so already, please subscribe. By subscribing, you become one of our new subs and you help us grow the channel and improve the quality of our shows.
Yes, yes. Don't forget to share the video with your friends, families, and of course, distract your enemies with our videos. Maybe they'll learn a thing or two while you're trying to smash and grab their stuff.
That's a legal show.
Guys, read the disclaimer, please. Please don't come in here trying to say we are supporting this stuff. No, it's read the disclaimer. It says clearly what we're trying to do here. Anyway. Yes, yes. The final topic of today. The headliner. The business of Keke Palmer. I mean, Keke Palmer has been trending the last few weeks, I think, in the urban community because of, I mean, stuff happening. I'll give you a short summary of what happened before this. You can go Google it yourself, but let's say Keke went to an Usher concert in Las Vegas. Las Vegas. Usher, I think, has a permanent show there where he's performing. I think, from what I understand, he's doing multiple shows. Maybe I should go there as well to see.
I heard the shows are good.
Yeah, I mean, Usher does shows very good, really good.
Yeah,
I mean, you gotta open up. Maybe I can see Keke as well. You know, holla at her. You know, I never know. You never know. Never know. But anyway, she went there and she was, let's call it, dressing quite provocative, according to her own boyfriend.
Well, former boyfriend now.
Wow, now
Or are you talking about Usher? Never mind.
Never mind that part. Let's talk first about what happened.
Yeah.
The guy, her boyfriend, father of her baby, because they have a baby together, tweeted out while she was wearing revealing clothes. So he was like, but you're a mother though. Probably he tried to message her. She was ignoring him. Who knows what happened behind the scenes? But he went to Twitter, and that resulted in a huge backlash for him. People were calling him a simp. They were trying to disrespect him.
Saying he shouldn't shame his wa- uh,
Baby mom.
baby mama, girlfriend at the time as well.
Yes. And to the point, Kiki saw the business move. Kiki thought, you know what? I'm a capitalize on this. She released a song. I think like 2, 3 days later. I'm like, what the heck is this? Now, not only
Wait,
the,
you're talking about her own song?
yeah, she released a song, right?
Okay.
She even did a performance where she said, "I don't." What did she say? I don't care about another person's opinion. All I need is a bag or something like that. Total disrespect. Total disrespect. I don't know what kind of what kind of relationship they have, but if anyway, anyway, I'm not gonna share my 2 cents on this, but anyway, it ended up with Kiki totally cloud chasing on this one. She was riding the wave, and Usher was like, "If you can do it,
Usher, baby.
I can do it too." With flames. And I'm
Yeah.
talking about this alleged flames, other things that are flaming hot. I'm not talking about that. Allegedly. It's
Uh,
allegedly. I don't know. That's what I read in articles. I'm not, I don't know. I don't know. The boyfriend is trying to protect her, but she wants to go head first. Anyway, Usher has released a brand new song called Boyfriend, featuring
none other than.
none other than the girlfriend. Everyone is cloud chasing.
But yeah.
And I don't know. Well, let me see the guy's name. The guy is Darius Jackson. That's his name.
Hmm.
Earlier in the week, it was revealed that he has moved on. Keke Palmer's boyfriend, Darius Jackson, has moved on amid relationship controversy. So yeah, the business of Keke Palmer. She's a celebrity. So she's trying to capture the attention while it's still there. RJ, what do you think about this whole situation from a business perspective? How
Yeah.
she's trying to capture the attention of everyone while it's still there.
Yeah. Well, I think that first and foremost, this is Hollywood. So we need to remember that we're talking about at least Hollywood and stardom. I mean, people be cray cray. Clown. Clown show. I thought, I mean, when it happens, you don't, you can only react to what happened, right?
Yeah.
But as more and more we found, we heard information about. I think she's all Kiki. Kiki was also or is planning to release an album soon and things of that nature. So maybe it was all staged from the get go. So because you're talking the way you're insinuating that the planning, the cloud chasing came after the thing blew up, but maybe it blew up. Maybe it was the intention from the get go. Now, that's what I thought initially. That's what I thought
That's
initially.
what I thought as well. But how this thing is developing? Skip.
But the way it's developing, let it develop, Skip. The way it's developing. Uh, when I heard that he is so the now ex-boyfriend decided to call it quits and move on. I was like, okay, this can also be a publicity stunt. But the more and more, let's say the process was developing, the more and more I thought to myself, you must really, as a man and as a partner, you must really be committed to the purpose, to be openly willing to sacrifice your dignity, sacrifice your self-worth, sacrifice what people will think of you for your partner. But and to even play along, to say, okay, I'm gonna move on. I'm not gonna stay in this relationship anymore, or at least communicate that to the outside world. When I saw the Usher clip, that's when I started thinking to myself, maybe the plan wasn't between Keke and her boyfriend. Maybe Usher and Keke had the plan from the get-go, and the now boyfriend either didn't know or knew, but underestimated what the consequences might be. Now, the dude said that he wanted to become an actor. What's his name?
Who? Darius?
Yeah, Jackson.
Jackson, yeah.
I would, if I was him, I would change my last name. Check out comment. But that's me.
What did you say?
I would change the last name. Check private chat. But if you want to become an actor in Hollywood, but
it's despicable. This is despicable.
But
I'm not going to say what race, what people. We know I can't say that.
Let's just put that on it, because I've never heard of this dude ever, man. Now this dude is talking about want to do acting. Now I'm not one to break people's dreams, but it's gonna be tough.
I can get some roles, man. Come on.
But you know, KaiR, the thing that's like the worst thing of it all, to be honest, Usher is known to drop hits. Usher is one of the best performers out there. I've never been to any of his shows, but from the reviews, he puts on great shows because he's a real performer. He's not just a singer. He sings. He's I'm talking about Lil Nas, or not? I mean, nowadays you need to ask
the old Nas, the old Nas, not the little one.
The real Nas,
the real Nas, yeah. Nasir Jones.
Yeah,
not that of a performer, but
yeah, he's
great studio recorder, but performance.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Jones, Nas.
Yeah, I know Nas, but I don't know about the let's say.
I feel it's kind of.
It's not it.
I mean, recording, one of the best ever. Shout out to Nas. I bought all his anyway, continue.
Yeah, you bought all of his
late albums.
All right. So, but the thing, so we're talking about Usher. Now, the thing that really bothered me the most out of everything here
is that the wink in the video.
What?
In the wink in the video?
Well, it's not the wink in the video. Well, no, because I don't really care about Hollywood. I mean, it's good. The things that happen in Hollywood, they're definitely good conversation starters. But It's not reality. The thing that really pissed me off, KaiR,
Tell me.
is that the I mean the whole Keke thing, the whole Usher thing. I mean, Hollywood is Hollywood. It is what it is. And we tend to go and discuss and say, yeah, it's true. Again, the binary. Are you for or against Keke? For or against Usher? Nah, that doesn't interest me. What really bothered me, KaiR, is that it seems as though they did it for one of the worst Usher songs I've heard in a while. The song is terrible. The clip is terrible for Usher standard. I'm like, if you're gonna do this, at least
that song
come with a
hidden.
banger. That song
hidden.
was like average at best. And that's what bothered me the most.
You break up, you cloud chase, you really try to destroy the father of your kid over a weak ass song for some clout.
Yeah.
I don't know what this is dude, just imagine.
The sacrificial lamb.
He's the sacrificial lamb here. I mean, he decided to move on as he should. Because at the end, we gotta talk who is the liability here and who's the asset. But imagine you sacrifice everything for 5 minutes of clout, and you still have to deal with the guy for 18 years.
At least.
Because they have a kid together.
Yeah.
What is the end goal? Is it really 5 minutes of fame? Because what bothered me, to be honest, I mean, we are dealing, of course. I mean, it's Hollywood. You have all this stuff. It's all posing and creating narratives. But the guy seems. I mean, I don't agree with how he entered the relationship. I would never put myself in that type of situation. But maybe he was too good of a.
I don't think
stuff in the situation. Let's put it like I'm gonna keep it that way. I'm not gonna go into whatever.
Can you repeat it? Can you repeat it? What you said?
He put himself into this situation.
You mean by being in a relationship with a woman that earns way more, that's way popular, and she's just a nobody.
And also, nobody. But not only that, the way he was in that relationship, he was obviously not the leading one. I mean, like I think we talked about this off screen.
Yeah, we talked about this off screen. Yeah.
There is a way you can hold the baby and walk behind her, or you can hold the baby and hold her hand and lead her to the place. And you will seen that video where Keke is walking in front of her with her team, and he's walking behind with the baby like
that's not it. That's not it.
Okay,
let's describe
the scene.
Keke was walking in front. I think it was her show or something, which is obvious. She was wearing a
panther.
What do you call it?
Oh no, that's a leopard.
A leopard or a tiger. What do you call it? When it's like onesie.
Onesie.
Once is a pajama, but okay. But so and you can see her like she was like, bam, I'm Keke Palmer, and the dude was walking. Is what you said. The way you carry a baby is one thing, but the way he was dressed, you would. I thought if I wouldn't know any better, I thought it was a personal assistant.
Yeah.
And that's not the way. So and that's on the guy. That's not on Keke. Because Keke is, you know, she is.
I mean, you can hold the baby and hold her hand and walk it through. You know, you got to take the lead. But to bring it back to the whole thing that happened, I think at the end of the day, he chose to exit the relationship after being humiliated more than twice within a month. First of all, she throws him under the bus for her own song, and then she turns around, throws him again on the bus on Usher's song. And now, I mean, 5 minutes, they gotta deal with each other. Shoot. The question we will see now. Let's see how the supporters will react if he decides to sue for child support. Will they be cheering her on as well? Or will they be laughing at her for the
Yeah.
stupidity she's been doing?
Yeah, but that's another thing because the child support, the woman almost always gets the child.
But
So
he was the main carrier of the
well, I
baby.
mean that would need
He
to
had
be
to come.
something that would they would need to decide, of course. Uh, but yeah, that's gonna be a legal show if that
Darius,
develops.
for
But
the
what?
sake of our show, feel free to sue so we have more content.
No, no. But this is what I wanted. This is the last thing I want to say on this topic. Um, I in preparation of this show, I went to check out, certain, yeah, I should look for information, right, of who a person is because I don't know Kiki. I mean, I heard the name, but not because followed her acting. I don't think I ever saw one of her movies.
Mm.
Uh, I saw that she was in Aquila and the Bee, and I know that that was a very popular movie when it aired, but I didn't watch it. And but I usually watched her in interviews, and I never knew who she was. But now, now I know. But I saw an interview of her on the Steve Harvey show a couple of years back, I think.
Mm.
And Steve Harvey was talking about, yeah, I want to. They were talking about dating. Steve asked her, "How's the dating going?" And I've been telling you to date. I'm trying to hook you up with people, and she was like, "Yeah, but Steve's always trying to hook me up with trillionaires, trillionaires, trillionaires." Uh, she was like, "No, but you don't always need. All the trillionaires are let's call them futures." And Steve was like, "No, introduced you to a
But
couple
for those who didn't hear it right, he said futures. So multiple. I know, continue.
futures." Yes, future
The rapper.
As in Sierra's past. So what we
Well, that's
so
really fun.
I can't claim it. I think it was someone I heard someone else say it.
Okay.
But the and Steve was like, "Yeah, but I introduced you or suggested you try with different people. I didn't tell you to go with the person you decided to try something out with." And she was like, "No, but I don't want someone from the industry." And I'm paraphrasing, guys. If you want to know exactly what you said, go check out that interview. Just YouTube, just search Keke Palmer Steve Harvey show in YouTube, and you'll find it. But she was saying that she doesn't want to have, so purposefully does not want to have someone with influence and money. And she was like, "Yeah, but the person needs to have at least a plan." I mean, that's the least. Maybe the person doesn't have a million now, but he needs to have a plan. And Kiko was like, "No, I just want, nice guy, all those things." Okay. Well, I don't know if the guy is a nice guy or not. Let's start there because we don't know how they are behind closed doors. But we do know that he doesn't have the money, or at least not Kiki's money. So I say that to say this: at the end of the day, a woman needs to respect you. And if you say you want to act as an artist, right? The guy says he wants to act, and acting is a business, and you are the business as the actor. You decide to enter into a relationship with a woman like that. You can't ask the woman to not keep doing her thing because that's how you met her. And the other way around, Kiki knew who the guy was when he decided to enter into a relationship with him and have a baby. Now you have a baby. Kiki has her business and her brand, and the guy has his business. if this was not staged from the get-go, then it shows that Keke doesn't respect him and doesn't care for his business ventures or his dreams or nothing, because she's willing apparently to
Set him up.
sacrifice him for her glory. However, KaiR, and that's bad in itself. But if this was a setup, if this was staged from the get-go between the partner and Keke, then it shows you as well. It does not only show you that the woman doesn't care for the image of the man, because if you're with us, if I'm with someone, I don't want to sacrifice that person for my gain. But let's say they discussed it. If the dude agreed with the plan, then he deserved everything. Because he's also saying that he believes that he's worth being a sacrificial lamb to that extent for her, for his girl, which also tells you what he believes of his own, which would also tell you what he believes of his own dreams, his own marketability, his own business ventures. Because if you really care for your brand, unless you're auditioning for a clown, you would not allow something like that to happen.
I think you forgot also his value in the relationship.
His value in the relationship.
That's the only thing he can add. I mean, I cannot disagree with you. I mean, you have a point there. You have a point. I mean, at the end of the day, I think if we wrap up this topic of who is the asset and who is the liability, I think Keke thought he's a liability and I need to cut him off. I can use him how I want to for my own gains. But I think what it also has shown to others, has put it prospects for her in the future, that she's a liability. Because if you're willing to throw someone under the bus like this, that might tell me more that I need to know about your character as a person. At the end of the day, whether he deserved it or not, I think you might have a point there. It's still that's what I think is very weird. He's the father of your kid, and you still have to deal with him the next 18 to 20 years, maybe, of even for the rest of your life, because you have a kid together actually, but at least 18 years. And this is how you want to I mean, the kid is not even 1 year old, I think. So I wish him good luck. Because luck, they both will need. Yeah. Someone's value is going down after this one. Yeah. And I think, I mean, Darius has to have a good PR team, and they might turn this into gold if he's lucky. Let's see how it happens, how it goes. Your opinion, RJ?
Yeah, I think, and I can immediately maybe answer the question whether the asset liability thing. It is definite. They're both liabilities for one another, and the Usher's song is also a liability for Keke's career. Because Usher is a legend and he will still remain on top. Keke, it seems like she doesn't know what she wants. And we've all been through that phase. And you know what's tough as well? That, I mean, we cannot relate when you've grown up in the spotlight. You don't get the chance you don't get a normal childhood. Everything gets covered, and everything is public. Your whole life is public. So to a certain extent as well, I think that it's difficult for it's more challenging perhaps for a person like that to really find out who he or she is. But objectively speaking, I mean, no one cares. Care if you do something, no one cares about your origin story. If if I mess up, no one cares about my origin story. It's like, so.
They try to
But
adopt you actually.
yeah, so but purely based on the so purely based on what we saw transpiring in the last month
It's a
or
month, yeah. It's not
month, yeah,
a month or so.
a month, or yeah, that, I mean, it seems as though she plays it off. She does the girl power thing, and she doesn't need a man, or she's gonna do her, but she's forgetting one thing, I think, and that's why I say that's a liability for herself as well, because you might be doing it for publicity, but a serious person, might look at it and might think to himself, well, I can't deal with someone like you.
Mm-hmm.
And
The
her
same
style,
people, the same people Steve was talking about. This trying to,
the same people Steve was talking about, and who will look at her, the same person that she was talking about, who that she had bad experience with. So I think, at the end of the day, I hope that at least for the kid, because there's a kid involved, that
yeah.
for the kid they can at least be assets, and not let their foolery um, flow over to the kid, because that would be a bummer.
Yeah. I want to by the way, before we close out, because I think this is something I forgot to say. I think what you see as well, if you look at the song she released, and also the seems like the pivot she's trying to take in her career, seems like she's trying to act a certain stereotype. I'm not sure if that's gonna connect with the people she's trying to reach. She is, like you said, a child star turned adult star. And people from the target group she's trying to reach, can see through that she might be playing a certain part, a role, which she's not inherently. She's trying to be ratchet, basically, to appease to a certain demographic. I don't know if that's gonna connect. Time will tell. The question you gotta ask yourself, and also what you said, is do you want to connect with those? I mean, it's an image you're trying to create that might
Yeah,
attract certain people, but also push others away.
yeah.
Uh,
Hey, I mean, you're basically saying she's Jamaranting. What I
yeah,
think is,
basically.
yeah. What I think is, I mean, at the end of the day, she's gonna cover. She's gonna. Uh, s- s- she will need to bear the consequences of her own actions.
Mhm.
A lot of times, you see people doing things that they want to do, things that they didn't get a chance to do in the past. So that's why you see people who grow up in the ghetto want to go out the ghetto, and people who were born in the suburbs see the image and it seems cool, and seems like when they're older they want to go in the ghetto. And
No, no, sorry, continue.
yeah, so you might be, I don't know if that's what she's doing specifically, or whether it's an image or not. But when I look at her talk, and the things she's talk, I mean, I've heard that before. Usually, it's the I don't need anybody, I can do it myself, mentality, which is good. But at the end of the day, another thing that plays a role, or at least that she needs to take into account, is that, um, look look at people who went before you.
The people never look at it. They
Look
don't
at
look at
people who
themselves.
went before you. Don't look at only the people you know. Look at people who went before you. Look at successful people. And what is success? And for some people, KR, for some people, the business success is more important than the family success, and for others, it's not. So she just needs to ask herself, okay, what's more important to me? Am I willing to live the rest of my life alone? If she is, then let's say for the business, then she did the right thing for her, according to her norms and principles. She did the right thing for her, sacrifice a relationship for the business, and if she finds someone, then it's good. But she doesn't need anyone; she just needs a bag. So, yeah.
It's really bad.
I mean, if
I mean, at the end of the day, so yeah, I do agree with you on that. And also, don't forget the most business savvy woman I've ever seen is married, has a kid, stayed married after cheating, and is still singing a song every concert, and people are singing along, and the people who are singing along are at home with their cats.
yeah, all the single
Business
ladies.
can be shrewd sometimes.
Yeah.
Be aware of, I think you said it, be aware of who you look up to. I think you said it before. Was it the first topic? You said something like that.
It was probably in the first topic we discussed today. Yeah, probably the first
Be
topic.
aware of who you follow and who you try to emulate, because they might be portraying a certain image that is not aligning with what they are really living.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at that song you're talking about, "Single Ladies," it's produced. It's written by. So if I need to.
Bruno Mars also wrote it, right?
No, it's not Bruno Mars, but you have Christopher Stewart, Darius Nash, and Thaddeus Harrow. So and Beyonce. So
yeah, but Beyonce he probably did an ad lib or something like that. So they always do that.
Yeah, but doesn't matter. The point is that it's part propaganda, and that's why I mean it's good. Again, that's what I purposefully said. Hollywood has a lot of stories and they're good conversation starters, but Hollywood is not reality. And if you believe it is, then
you're not gonna end up like a clown show.
Use a clown as well. Yeah. Hey guys, with that being said, we want to thank each and every single one of you for tuning in to today's show. Whatever your thoughts are, please let us know in the comment section below. Remember to rate the show by pressing the like button. Remember to share the video with your friends, your family, and of course, share it with your enemies. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to the channel. It's really important for us. It would mean a lot. So don't just watch the shows and comment, but also subscribe, because this helps us grow the channel and increase the production of the show. Check us out on our socials as well at Double Touch Show on Facebook and Instagram. As KaiR always says at the end of the show,
but I can only show you the door.
And behind the door, you might find yourself asking yourself the question if you're an asset or liability. Always assess your environment, take accountability, and make the right choices so you don't end up in the gulag with the other liabilities, whether it's FNF or Darius or Keke or anyone we discussed during this show.
Yes. Hey, with that being said, guys, let's have a healthy conversation in the comment section below. It's been a pleasure, and we'll see each other in the next one. Until next time, peace.